Ciao, ciao, ciao. Excited to be here with you guys. Six-figure creative wedding and event pros. I am Zoe Felici, mentor and coach to ensure that you uncover additional five figures per month in your wedding and event business while you have more impact, more freedom, and elevate the quality of clients that you attract so that you're running a business that you love instead of it running you. All right. Today, I want to talk about the three biggest mistakes wedding and event vendors make about money. And I'm going to chunk it down into three huge mistakes because I see these three mistakes time and time again, always the same ones when vendors are trying to add $100,000, $200,000 a year in their business. And I'm wondering if maybe you're making the same mistakes too, because are you giving up every single weekend, or do you fall behind on business to-dos, or feel like you're always having to catch up and you're trying to be everything to everyone and still not reaching those income goals? Then you might be making one or all three of these mistakes in your business. So we're going to chunk it down right now into what they are, see where you fall, and how can you keep from making the three biggest mistakes so that you can bring in more money, have more impact, and more freedom in your business. So mistake number one is not learning from your own mistakes. And what I mean by this one, and I know that this is a tough one, but what happens is it's often impossible to see our own mistakes on our own, right? Like we're just going through the motions and we don't see it until later that perhaps something, an action that we took, a decision that we made or didn't make, or something that we didn't do is where we get stuck. Because what happens when you don't learn from your own mistakes, or what happens is you lack objectivity. What I'm talking about is that business owners we're too intimately involved in our own business to really recognize what those mistakes are objectively, because we start making excuses or we start rationalizing as to why we made them versus an objective approach, which is more of like, how do we not make these again, or how do we not make these moving forward? The second thing is you're unclear on those learning goals, because without clear learning goals, meaning up leveling your business, you may be unsure how to measure success or what actions you need to take in order to measure your success. So that's why you're not learning from your own mistakes, because you don't have those clear learning goals. Another reason why you might be stuck is because you might have limited resources. It might be difficult to find either the time or the money dedicated to learning from our own mistakes. We're always in hustle mode. We're moving forward and we're like, yeah, I'll deal with that later. I'll deal with that later. And sure enough, it becomes an elephant in the room way later down the line. Or maybe a fourth reason why we're not learning from our own mistakes is because we're afraid to fail, right? We're unwilling to either take risks or try new things. And therefore, we're making the same mistakes over and over again because we're staying in our comfort zone, because we feel that if we change something, what if it backfires, right? What if it fails? And then therefore, we're not really doing anything differently. Now, mistake number two that I see business owners often making is that they use hope as a business strategy. You guys, I talk to so many wedding and event business owners all the time, and they're like, oh, yeah, things are going to change. I know they're going to change. But hope, is that really going to change things next month, next quarter, or by next year? It really is not a business strategy, because there is no concrete strategy in place based on any data or any evidence. You're literally dealing with hope. The hope method has no plan, right? It's too vague. It doesn't allow you to stay focused on achieving specific goals. And that's what I talked about in my last video about clarity. When you have hope, you don't really have clarity on your goals. And if you don't have clarity on your goals, you're not going to achieve them. So it's too vague and it doesn't allow you to stay focused. It's also based on uncertainty. The opposite of hope is uncertainty, right? And so when you are trying to use hope as a strategy, it doesn't allow you to make better decisions. You're hoping you're making better decisions, or Also, it can lead to those missed opportunities because it replaces that careful planning and that risk assessment of what if I do this or that. So without a strategy, hope means no strategy, and hope means uncertainty. So you're really coming from a place of lack, and just hoping that something is going to change is not guaranteed that anything will change. I love that your heart is in it and that you really care enough and hope that things will change, but you need a strategy in order to do that. And then the third mistake that I see business owners making, which leaves money on the table, is that they're trying to do it alone, right? You probably started your business because you wanted to be your own boss. And I totally, totally get it. But that doesn't mean that you need or should go at it alone. We're not a jack of all trades, right? There's resources out there, there's mentors, there's fellow entrepreneurs, um, there's organizations, there's networking opportunities. These are all a gold mine of knowledge. And the reason why you're getting stuck doing it on yourself, again, because you don't really have the resources. You may not have the team, you may not have proper guidance, or like mistake number one, you don't have that objectivity, and you're lacking those resources to effectively implement your ideas, right? You might be an idea genius, but implementing them and or not implementing them is really not a strategy. You might have limited knowledge, like we're really as good as who what we know, and we don't know everything. And having that limited knowledge is so um, prevalent in our industry because most of us are creatives. We started because we're really good at something, whether you're a floral designer, a caterer, a photographer, you picked up this artistic form of your creative genius. However, not having the business aspect of it is really what impedes most business owners from moving forward. I hear it from vendors all the time. It's like, yeah, I took photography uh, at Brooks Institute, but they never taught me how to balance my checkbook. So you need that sort of foundation in that business 101 because you have that limited knowledge, because chances are you didn't come from corporate or do some of those exercises or things that you have to do in your business in order to grow and make more money. Another thing with trying to do it alone is really that you then don't manage your time. You're trying to do it all. You're running a business single-handedly. It's difficult to balance all the tasks that need to be completed in a timely manner. And then what happens is your stress levels fluctuate and you're trying to do everything on your own. And then your business fluctuates. And then you become stressed. And then you can get even into burnout, which is a horrible way to really run your business, trying to avoid or teetering on the burnout or teetering on the time management. And you guys, I get it. Like, I don't know if you are making these mistakes. Chances are that you are. At least one or two maybe hit a chord and you totally want to shut off this video right now and pretend you never saw this. But what I encourage you to do is to listen to this video one more time and see what strikes a nerve for you, what strikes a chord, and be honest with yourself and your business. Because you guys, we are not perfect. This is exactly why there is a whole network and a whole plethora of opportunities out there of resources for you, of mentors or coaches like myself. And if you're making any of these sorts of mistakes, they're holding you back from earning what you deserve, from running a business that you love, and really having the impact, the freedom, and the joy of why you got into the wedding and event business in the first place. And if you feel that, you guys, and if that's exactly what's going on, it is time to schedule a call and stop doing it alone. Let's get on a calendar on a 45-minute breakthrough call. It'll be the best 45 minutes you'll ever spend on your business so that we can figure out where's your business at right now, where is it that you want it to be, and what is that bridge that's needed in order to bring those two together. So that way we're solving the problems, we're setting the goals, and really reaching those goals and the whole reason why you became a wedding vendor in the first place. Make an appointment, go to zoefelici.com/apply. It'll take you right to my calendar where you can book a complimentary 45-minute breakthrough call, and we can get to the root of what's happening in your business and really get the outcomes that you're looking for and the exact steps and strategy in order to get you those outcomes. Go to zoefelici.com/apply. I look forward to seeing you there. Ciao.